I believe he's done enough that you need to work out some sort of a reasonable contract where he has an opportunity. You don't have to do a 5-year deal. Do a 3-year deal.
I believe, we believe. God damn it, this is what the hell we do. Let's smoke our, let's talk our, the Raiders goddamn way.
The 2 yards total, no touchdowns, no interceptions through the air. One thing that I saw multiple times though, that Derek Carr, let's just talk about what Derek Carr used to do. Chris Jones would break containment, he would beat a guard, he would make a great play, he would get open on his stunt, and then Chris Jones would be immediately in Derek Carr's face. So many times I used to see Derek Carr freak out, like fully collapse, just take the sack, make a bad decision, just throw the ball arrogantly into a zone where a receiver should be open, air quotes, should be open, and then there's an interception, and then he gets super pouty, he gets angry, he does some type of gesture that proves his frustration. This is not an anti-Derek Carr episode, but it's a simple fact that Aiden O'Connell, multiple times, when I saw Chris Jones in his face, man, was he able to just, throw the ball away, make a good decision by stepping up in the pocket. Chris Jones was in his face on the first drive. If you look at that first drive, he doesn't flinch. Aiden O'Connell doesn't flinch, and he throws the first down to Austin Hooper. It was just that sequence whatsoever. I was like, dang, if that was Derek Carr for a fact, he would have just thrown it up in the air for someone to kind of make a play, and then more than likely would have been intercepted. The energy would have been off for the game, and it would have been, quote-unquote, a dumb pass, but Derek Carr would have figured out some way to say, oh, it's okay, it's my bad. Or if it was a receiver's fault, he would have been like all pouty and like, dang it, come on, dude, do your job. But I don't know, with Aiden O'Connell, I just see a more complete opportunity for him to just grow into the type of quarterback that is just fully confident in getting away, or actually just not being frazzled before the actual defender gets to him. And he's calm. He just seems more in control. So, of course, we're going to start with Aiden O'Connell not having the best game in the world because Kansas City Chiefs still have an amazing defense. 2 touchdowns, guys, if we're going to be completely honest, was on the defense. So let's subtract 14 points and you guys lose 6-14. Okay, so the defense for the Chiefs is really, really good. And I just like that Aiden O'Connell didn't help. They didn't help the Chiefs. If you guys saw that Brock Purdy versus the Ravens game, Brock Purdy was helping the Ravens beat them, like helping with all those turnovers. And I just like that Aiden O'Connell wasn't helping the situation. Let's put Derek Carr in this game. Yes, he's gonna make some throws. He's gonna connect on a lot of passes. He's probably gonna score a few touchdowns, possibly, maybe. But we also know with Derek Carr, if there is high reward, there is going to be high risk. There is going to be a dumb interception. There is going to be a fumble sack. There's also going to be some sort of emotional breakdown to his teammates that could kill the entire energy, that can kill the momentum of the game. And so I just like, from a foundational point, O'Connell's aura, his energy, his mindset. He's kind of just like a X's and O's guys. He's not really an emotional leader from my point of view like Derek Carr was. Derek Carr was like a very emotional, rah-rah kind of guy. And I just feel like Aiden O'Connell's kind of more of a laid-back, chill, just, hey, I just want to do my job. I just want to get the ball out kind of quarterback. And I think that's what the Raiders definitely need. Zamir White, 22 carries for 145 yards, and definitely at the time in which the game needed to be closed, man, did he show up with 43-yard scamper to really seal the game at the end. And that's what you want, and that's the issue that's always been with the Raiders versus the Chiefs. You know, there's been so many times, and if you go back to the first game of the season, you guys start out really, really hot, right? Really, really good. Things look really, really great, and at some point in time, the Chiefs come back. They crawl back, and that's probably why they were so lackadaisical with everything, because they're like, we'll come back, we'll beat the Raiders, it's just the Raiders. But there was a different energy with this team behind Antonio Pierce. There just simply was. It just seemed as if you guys were definitely more physical in the trenches. I mean, you guys gave up 2 sacks, but the Chiefs gave up 4. You guys were definitely more energetic with Max Crosby, Tyree Wilson, and all the defensive linemen were just constantly hounding Patrick Mahomes And so just in that regard, I mean, think about it. We scored 2 touchdowns, 2 defensive touchdowns in 7 seconds. This defense wasn't scared. I think that was really the biggest talking point. The biggest talking point is that this defense was not scared. You know, the defensive head coach and Antonio Pierce, how much confidence did he have to really spill out and throw up into this defense? Honestly. And I just personally believe that Antonio Pierce is putting this defense in a position to where if you're stopping the Chiefs, and I understand this whole notion of you know, the Chiefs aren't what they were, the Chiefs don't have receivers, blah, blah, blah. The Chiefs of any time should, quote unquote, beat the Raiders. That's the narrative. I just want to say that. The narrative is no matter what the Chiefs have, they should be beating the Raiders. Period. Point blank, period. And the Raiders said no. like, no. Y'all are doing good. Your offense isn't what it was. Like, we're not going to be scared. And I think at the end of the day, you guys just said, hey, we're not scared of y'all. Y'all used to be better than us, you know, for so many years. Y'all used to score so many points for so many years, but we weren't ever scared. Y'all were just better. And I think just entering that new phase that you guys have right now of just being fearless defensively, I think it's going to go a very, very long way. And it all starts with Antonio Pierce. It all starts with Antonio Pierce and Max Crosby and Diablo. I mean, those 3 defensive pillars, honestly, that's where a lot of this stems from. Very, very much so. And as long as this team keeps showing up to these games emotionally and have the preparation to understand that, hey, we can keep up with these guys. Let's just not make any mental errors. Let's not mess up in the coverage. Let's not shoot ourselves in the foot. We're going to be okay. I mean, take it for this much. The first drive, like I said, I thought as if Aiden O'Connell, he was in control. He was doing his whole thing. You guys only left with 3 points. And you guys, I believe y'all did well. Y'all did a lot of good things in that first drive. Y'all left with 3. What the Kansas City Chiefs do? They immediately come back and they just push it down the field, and then Mr. Isaiah Pacheco has a 12-yard rushing touchdown in the Wildcat, and it's 7-3 Chiefs. And this is the point where you guys should be like, oh, damn, like, we messed up, we're already behind, they're going to get their momentum, blah, 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 blah. And then no, the Chiefs, what do they always do? They try to get cute, right? They always try to do cute things against the Raiders because they don't respect y'all. They have no respect for you guys. So they do a little cute little zone read where Isaiah Pacheco gets the ball and he does his zone read to Patrick Mahomes, but he can't do it. He's not him. That's not what he does on a regular basis. And so they drop the ball and Bilal Nichols just picks it up and goes in the end zone. And he trucks number 17 on the way there. Like, they can't play games like that with y'all anymore. And then, I mean, technically 3 seconds later, there's another touchdown with Jack Jones, who is a late pickup that you guys just signed. And he did a pick 6, and he stared at Patrick Mahomes' face as he's crossing the goal line for a touchdown. This team's different. Defensively, at least. Offensively, there's a lot that needs to be said. Jacoby Myers had an incredible game. I think Aiden O'Connell just needs to get more comfortable. But yet, once again, Chiefs have a really good defense. Great game for you guys, though. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love you all.